Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise.
I hate drugs. I hate how they ruin lives. I hate how they destroy families. I hate how they make young people die suddenly. I really hate drugs.
Not much to see. It's dark. Easy trail though. Heading to Peter's Mountain Shelter. Probably about a mile away. Maybe a little more. Dinner. What you got there?
I've got a Snickers bar that's named after me, because what do you call me?
The big dog. Just got on the trail. Had a lazy morning. It's like 10 o'clock. We're just starting. Met these two really nice ladies that are section hikers as well. That was fun. We just chatted with them all morning. We've got at least 10 miles today, maybe more. We'll see how we feel when we hit the first campsite. But it's nice to be out. It's nice to have a pack that doesn't weigh 1,000,000 pounds, loaded with full winter gear. So that's cool. We'll see what today brings.
Starting this morning from Peter's Mountain Shelter. I had a good night last night. Met a couple of ladies who were hammock camping. A good time of fellowship. Whoop! Just don't trip over the rocks, Sue, because you're still in Pennsylvania. You like my hair? So Michelle and I had this trip planned for several weeks now. This is going to be a 3-day trip, and by the time we're finished, we're going to be 1/4 of the way done with the Appalachian Trail, so I'm pretty proud of that. Thursday was St. Patrick's Day, today's Sunday, and I had my family over. We usually have a really all-out St. Patrick's Day tradition, and it was nice to be with my kids and their significant others and my parents and my in-laws. Friday morning I got a phone call from my stepdaughter that my ex-husband died. She is his oldest daughter. We had 2 children together. And unfortunately, he died at the age of 55 in his sleep. He had a lot of demons that he never conquered. And I hurt for my kids. Our marriage ended about 17 years ago when our kids were really young, who've lost their father, which isn't fair to them. And I thought about canceling this trip. But he lived in Missouri. I live in Connecticut. My daughter lives in Connecticut. My son lives in Arizona. So there's not much that we can do until we know what's going to happen with the service. So today, my time on the trail, I'm going to spend praying for my kids. And just being alone with Jesus to process. Yeah. This is Kinter View. Nice view. Good place for a pack-off break.
It's nice this time of year because you get views where you wouldn't ordinarily have them. a little hard to pick up on the camera. But you can see the Swadahara River, all these rolling farmlands. It's pretty. Let's see, stopped for lunch at this campsite that has a spring. I'm gonna make some tea. Got some beef jerky. Some chips that I accidentally opened, so I guess I have to eat them. And candy, because you gotta have candy. And a cheese stick. And I might have some of these too.
We're on our way up a climb, a little more than halfway done, 1,000 feet. We've done about 600 of it, got about 400 to go. Spitting rain at us, but this has been gradual elevation gain, which I'm happy about, because I wasn't looking to get punched in the face by the Appalachian Trail today. Alright, it's the end of the Horseshoe Trail. Not that we knew we were even on it. Maybe we weren't. I am sure that this would be a great spot to stay. But not for us. Not tonight. The wind is whipping and it is freezing up here.
Shoes tent, the trail, my tent. So it's almost 10 o'clock and we still haven't left camp yet because we're slow. Everything was creaking a little this morning and we had a bunch of coffee, and this stream is so pretty. It's just so, it gurgles and bubbles. It's pretty. But we do have like 12 miles to go to the car, and we still have to drive home tonight, so I guess we probably should get going soon, but I don't know. It is nice here too. That's the nice thing. You could just do what you feel like doing. And if we get home late, oh well, who cares? Wouldn't be the first time. We camped by this stream last night. We were up on a ridge where we were originally, oh, you can't see it, the sun's kinda, let's see. This way you can. We were originally gonna camp and it was so cold and so windy. We were like, forget that. So we came down here and we were able to find a much better spot, sheltered in the rhododendron. We got to hear the water gurgling all night. It was pretty.
My hair's just getting better every day.
Really enjoying our time out on the trail this morning. I think both of us have a lot going on in our personal lives, our real lives, and it's nice to get out here, spend time with Jesus and sort some things out that need sorting out. And this trail is just amazing today. Like, these Pennsylvania rocks are actually placed in a lovely way this time. Not just scattered everywhere all over the trail, but nice little walkways through the mud. It's been really flat, really green, and I'm actually thankful for the Pennsylvania rocks today. It's nice when there's a way to not get your feet wet, because it's not my favorite to get my feet wet. It's a beautiful day on the Appalachian Trail. It's nice and sunny, blue skies. Been walking through this green, which is nice to see after a long cold winter. Even if it is mountain laurel and rhododendron. I woke up feeling about 127. Everything was creaking and hurting. But we've had this nice flat warm up. And actually, I think all of today is supposed to be pretty easy. I'm feeling a lot better already. I think I worked most of the creeks out. So, what did you think of our lunch spot?
It was magical. And
It was magical.
yesterday was the first day of spring. Didn't really look like it. We were walking on a ridge line most of the day. It was cloudy. It was spitting the rain. It was in the 40s. Today it feels like spring. And we are very thankful that spring is here.
So this is really interesting. Apparently this creek is very polluted. And there's these wells over here, which you can tell the water coming out is a different color than the rest of the stream. It looks really clear, and then it comes out of there and it's like this bluish gray. But apparently that is coming from some limestone. There is, I guess, old coal mines, which I picked up a few pieces of coal along the way upstream, and you could see some red streams flowing into this one too, that has apparently given it a really acidic water, and nothing's really alive up above this point. But then once you get lower down, even just a few hundred yards, it says, you can start to see some brook trout and other things. So that's pretty neat. Glad I read the sign, because it looked like that was what was polluting the water, but it turns out it's helping it. In memory of the late Andrew Allen, a native of England, who met his death by accident at Gold Mine Gap, June 9th, 1854, aged 30 years, 2 months, and 17 days. And the epitaph says, beneath his humble sod, the noble work of nature's God. I can't read. I can't read the rest of it.
So we're thinking that this is a small cemetery for the citizens of Roush Gap, because this was a community in the 17 and 1800s. So there are a few headstones in this little community, all but forgotten now. There's an alternate route that will add 1.6 miles to our trip. So we've decided to take our chances with the beaver dam. Well, here's the part we were concerned about. But it's alright, because you're going first.
I don't care. I'm putting my Crocs on. I'm going in sport mode because it's gonna be a sport.
Yeah. No Crocs. Oh well. It looks pretty ew. Where are we at?
1/4
1/4 of what?
of the Appalachian Trail.
So we have completed 1/4 of the Appalachian Trail.
Yes.
How you feel?
Tired. I hiked it all today.
Yes, today is a long hike, but we've completed 1/4 of the Appalachian Trail. Woohoo! Celebrate good times. Come on!
You gotta sing it.
I'm too tired to make a sign of any kind. You know I'm happy though, right? Woohoo! Last mile. Yeah. Yeah, and it's golden hour. Makes everything nice and bright.